Dan Celia.
Our poverty level has done nothing but go up.
I really, really appreciate your show and everything that you're doing. May God bless you.
Your personal economy.
You can't say, I don't want any risk. I don't want to take any risk. I just want to put my money in a CD and forget about it. But I want to earn 18% a year. It doesn't work that way.
Conservative talk radio you can count on.
Once again, Steve Forbes. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Dan, good to be with you.
Financial Issues with Dan Celia.
Hi, Dan. I just want you to know how much I really appreciate the passion that you have.
Aligning reality with truth.
And I've got Congresswoman Bachmann with us right now.
So I just want to thank you. I want to thank your listeners.
We need to save America and keep it intact for our children and grandchildren.
Now, here's your host, Dan Celia.
Welcome back, AFR Talk, Financial Issues. I'm Dan Celia. All the major indices still in negative territory. The Dow's down 37. So I just wanted to clear up a couple things in reference to my investment strategies, what I do on the website, because I've got a email here that was very interesting. Somebody that obviously doesn't listen every day, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I understand it. I get it. Or certainly doesn't understand the strategy, maybe hasn't taken the time to understand it, whatever the situation. Also talking about my cash positions being 100% cash. I've never had a 100% cash position. Have I said it to some people that have called? Sure, based on their circumstances. But also talking about that I don't like equities, and I never, I talk about the negativity in the market and then recommend equities. I've never said I don't like equities. As a matter of fact, if anybody's ever been to one of my town hall meetings or seminars, feel free to call. I have said over and over again, everybody at any age, doesn't matter how old you are, needs to have some equities, some stock in your portfolio. Now, obviously, you miss that if you're not listening all the time, and I get that. But there is no investment approach or no asset allocation models on my website that I don't include equities. I think everybody needs to have some stock. As a matter of fact, I changed it January 1st to include even more. So that's first and foremost. There's no doubt about it. I continue to recommend stocks, and I continue to say that there is no fundamental reasons for the markets to be as high as they are. That is true. I think the markets are no reflection on the economy. I think that if you're one of those people that are jumping into the market with 100% of your money, you're out of your mind. There are people now talking about how much they've missed in the market run-up. Okay, well, I wonder if you will talk, or I wonder if those people that are not in the market, will they talk about how much they're disappointed because their money didn't go down 10 or 15% when the market does come down. Look, the idea is to hedge on both sides. I don't care how bad the market has ever been. I have always and always will have stocks. Now, there were times when it was 7 or 8 on my list, and there have been times when there's been 40 on my buy list I'm talking about, which I change on Mondays. There are always stocks, companies that are fundamentally very sound and are likely to do well in the long term. And there has never been a time in history when a stock picker is more important than there is now. As a matter of fact, I believe the people that are going to do well in the next 5 to 10 years are those that have a good strategy for picking stocks, or those that are listening to someone that has a strategy for picking stocks. I will always pick stocks. I have said in so many of my alerts that I've sent out in reference to stock buys, I have said, I am not a buyer. But if you are in a situation where you have not filled your asset allocation model and you don't have whatever it's calling for you to have stocks, these are the companies that you should be buying now. That's the idea of me putting out my list. It's got nothing to do with whether I think the economy stinks or not. I think I've made that very clear, that the fundamentals of the economy are pathetic. I think I've made it clear that those in Washington don't care that the fundamentals of the economy are pathetic. I think I've made it clear that the fundamentals of the market are as far as I'm concerned, it's a false positive. They're gaining as a result of cheap money. They're gaining as a result of buybacks. They're gaining as a result of a 3-year deleveraging free cash flow by corporations who are probably more fundamentally sound than they've been in a long, long time. They have room to grow as a result of being more lean, more efficient, more effective, and less debt burden. There are good buys out there for the 8 to 10 year time horizon, in my opinion. Are they going to go down? Are there going to be dips? Of course there are. But we also have big cash positions, bigger cash positions than no one 3 years ago, 4 years ago would have ever convinced me that I'd ever recommend a cash position at these levels.